base, which apparently is now our Horde base as well. Oh, I'm just cycling through the water again. Yay! I'll send you a link onto Megon's.
I got some clothing if people need it, but I'm not using it.
I'm good. So, Wolfie, if you look in the supply with the gun on it, there should be a crossbow and compound bow. I'll grab you some extra arrows. If you look in the supply with the gun on it, there should be a crossbow and compound bow. Oh, I've actually got a spare pistol. Did not know that.
I've got some spare guns.
I could see it.
Okay.
There we go. There we go.
Turn on the light. And not see things.
Crossbow, compound bow.
Fuck shit! Oh!
What are you doing? Did I not mention about the mines and the spikes?
Yeah, but I didn't know exactly where they were, and I can barely see.
You can't see the lights on.
Just 1 second, Green Badger Outdoors. Greetings, by the way. And I'm joining as fast as I possibly can.
It's okay, you've still got in-game an hour and a half, just under.
We've got something incoming. Ah, nurse, you brought a nurse with you. Oh. What did you bring with you?
I don't know.
There's a few of them out there.
Kill him then. There you go. That's what you had to do.
Right, I should probably mute myself on Discord while I babble the chat, because you seem to be having an important discussion there.
No, it's not important. It was just a case of me telling Socky to shoot.
Why is the door open?
Okay.
Shit. There we go.
Green Badger Outdoors, you are now the only person that can hear me along with those people on the stream. Greetings! I'm glad you're here. One of the reasons I'm streaming this, an impromptu and sort of half-assed fashion that is ultimately really rather embarrassing, is because, well, first off, there's about to be a zombie horde in 7 days to die, and I thought I would, help out on the Socktopia server that Socky the Real has been so kind to put together. Also, I want to go ahead and let you know, and eventually everyone who pays any attention whatsoever to my channel, that next Saturday I will not be on my usual channel, but you should get a notification via community. I really haven't figured it out yet.
Oh, yes, I did.
As I will soon be streaming on the Direwolf Media Network.
We're inside the base.
And once I start doing that, I will probably start doing that every Wednesday and Saturday, starting from next Saturday. So, you know, I'm trying to spread the word on that one.
Alright,
Oh, did you, Green Badger Outdoors? Strictly speaking, if you want in on this, well, they're probably quite fed up waiting for me as it is, but, you know, I can set you up with access to this server, probably.
Don't jinx it now.
I think Socky would forgive me for that. Maybe.
So far, so bad.
There we go.
Don't mind, really.
We're doing terrible.
Okay, I am going to, well, anyhow, this is what a first 7 day zombie horde will look like. Green Badger Outdoors. Very, very educational. And now I will go ahead and unmute myself on the Discord server. Rec Hall. You are Green Badger Outdoors? Really?
Just so you know,
I don't begrudge you.
Like my hand is on fire. It's not.
I'm not going to look down on you for that.
Of,
I'm really actually surprised it's made it to console.
Hey, you got mummies.
Yeah, I'm going to be throwing.
It's
Right.
It's a questionably professional work, for being quite honest. But my recommendations can wait for another time. Right, unmuted, present. That thunder indicates that the zombie horde is not far off, and my bow and 105 stone arrows stand ready. And if that fails, I've got a sledgehammer.
Oh, fucking hell. Haven't these guys kitted you out yet?
This is entirely my own fault, for being quite honest.
Right. Okay.
Got a spare pistol?
There's a pistol and a hunting rifle in the 4G area. It's in the far left box.
I know better than take the hunting rifle. I learned my lesson.
Hold up.
I do believe I have a shotgun.
Is there ammo to go with it?
Yeah, I forgot to put the ammo in. Take the pistol as well because I've got ammo for that.
I've only taken the pistol, in fact.
Oh, okay.
I tried using the hunting rifle for a zombie horde once and it hurt.
Okay, so I'll put some ammo in there for you.
Most kind, much appreciated. That will probably be lots of embarrassing. Hey! At least I'm still contributing to the good fight with my charismatic persona. That's...
Also,
and
I just put the shotgun in the supply box
ooh,
with shotgun, the shells, and there's also 3 frag rockets in there, Discord.
Oh, now you put them in there. Alright. Has Wolfie, what weapons have you got?
I have a crossbow and a pistol.
if no one has objections, I'm actually prefer to take the shotgun.
Help yourself.
Why is it saying I'm encumbered? It's like I'm completely knackered. Pistol. Where's my guns? Here's my guns. Would you like a shotgun, Wolfie, or a pistol? Or a hunting rifle?
My pistol's almost damaged. I'm going to repair it later.
Okay, I've got a full level 2 for you then, and I've got you a level 2 shotgun. So, oh, there you are. Right, I'll put them in one of me cupboard. Right.
Why is that line not coming on? Oh, because I lost
Right,
that.
far left bottom cupboard.
Right.
Ah, the Malevolent Rider has joined my chat. Greetings, the Malevolent Rider. Now known as TM Rider. And is not to be confused with Trademarked Rider. I'm pretty sure it doesn't own the trademark on it. Anyhow, Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas, that's all.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Merry happy
I'll
day.
give you some ingredients. I've got 400 stone here.
Say,
Merry Christmas.
indeed. By the way, has anyone else taken perks in charismatic presence?
No.
No, not yet.
Excellent! Great! Charismatic nature is all mine. I'm helping. I don't know if it stacks, and if it did stack, then it would mean at least one of us was superfluous. And I don't think I'm really contributing all that much to this fight, so at least, you know, you're getting the benefits of... mascotship?
Hey, you do well.
Yeah.
Oh, I might survive. I mean, it's really... The key equipment I have is acquired already. I've got the nerdy glasses, and that's really all I need. Plus, I am deeply gratified that the people behind 7 Days to Die have seen fit to code the facial hair back in. There's a time when 17 first launched, when it was gone. It was wrong.
I put 7.62 millimeter rounds in your cupboard too.
Would you mind terribly if I had some of your bacon and eggs, presumably sake? Thank you. I realized I'm hungry, and that's probably not a good way to start a horde fight on.
No, it's not. Okay.
Merry Christmas, Nightwolf. Oh, and that sound implies the horde is just around the corner.
Sorry, Horde, Soki's not ready. Come back later.
We're closed for business.
Greetings, Nightwolf, and since you're here, right, I should probably mute myself on Discord. Safe.
Dude, you made it hard to wear. It's hard to get up there. Your frame's in the way.
Yeah, stay where you are.
To avoid annoying my hosts with this minutiae that doesn't...
Oh, shitballs, I was busy doing something else. Okay, right.
What am I, the base?
Well, suffice to say, details will have to wait,
Just
as the
chuck your
zombie
window
horde
out,
has
not the
started.
bird.
Again, Merry Christmas and a
There we
mega
go.
New Year to you, Nightwolf.
I'm lagging quite a bit. Okay. I can't see. Ah, here we go. Burn. You can burn.
Yes, I'm over your side.
You know, I think I'm actually better to...
You guys can burn.
You're at the gate.
Right, maybe I shouldn't mute myself quite yet.
Okay. You guys can burn. There's a doggo.
Can't get anywhere safe.
Got some rot hounds here, but I'm taking them out. Bow and arrow, embarrassingly.
I can't get anywhere safe because of that thing.
Okay, I'm gonna have to.
I saved you from a vulture!
What? See?
Discanar,
See?
it's right behind you.
Yeah, so I was getting a gamma. Oh, you sod! I wish I hadn't.
Bad doggy. Down, boy.
You see.
So I just turn my gamma up so I can see.
Oh dear, puker. This is the first Horde night. Why would there be a puker here?
Because Sockie is high enough level, and
Ah, it's Saki's fault, of course.
Blame
I don't
us,
think-
puppet.
It's very tongue-in-cheek. I'm quite acutely aware that, quite frankly, our fortress would, in fact, be a cardboard box
okay.
if it had been in my hands.
There you
I
go.
live in cardboard boxes.
Whoa! What the hell?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, person I don't know.
Hello, random person.
This is Deathwing.
Oh, hey, Deathwing. Actually, strictly speaking, this wasn't necessarily open mic, but hey, glad to hear from you anyway.
Look,
Now,
it's been a while.
are you seeing the stream at present? Because we are quite live. So, you know, try not to say anything you might regret if it got out.
Keep it PG.
13. Surely.
I shall keep it PG. Wouldn't want to cause someone to get a strike
Derek.
on their own video
Derek.
because of my own faults.
They're in.
Probably not. Oh dear.
What do you mean they're in? How did you let them in?
They're through the wall where you didn't get. Oh, poor Scott. They killed his
Now,
tree.
from what I'm able to see, it looks like y'all are in a bit of a pickle.
Well, it hasn't gone entirely sideways yet. Yeah, we're just weathering a zombie horde.
As you do.
Like that.
It's only a bit heat on.
Okay, they chewed that corner, and that's where I was standing, so that's probably my fault. Whoops!
So, how have y'all's Christmas been?
Peaceful.
All's well, you haven't been torn apart alive by zombies.
Yes.
Nice.
And yours, Deathwing?
Pretty good. I'm currently using my brand new laptop and headset. So,
Mm-hmm.
But what about the starving orphans in Japan?
Wait.
Do they know it's Christmas after all?
they'll know when I get there.
There's a loot bag down here.
Go for it.
I am going to.
Santa Fatalis does not skip any child.
Okay.
Venezuela, yes. Well, I was trying to stay tongue-in-cheek, because I'm pretty sure the orphans in Japan have it not so bad as far as orphans go. I should check out Sasu 2 Cents Gaming Channel. He has a pretty bomb-proof base design. That's great, but the zombies don't... Well, actually, the pukers do explode, don't they?
Mm-hmm. if you let them.
Hmm.
Okay, I see. I see part of where they got in.
Yeah, kind of
Hmm.
ran over that, fixed that a little bit.
Where'd they get in it?
The corner that me and Arketer was on.
Yes.
Clearly, we were the more attractive morsels, and so they went for us.
They don't like sock puppets.
Now, is it just me, or is that like a blood?
Could is there any way I could refix my character to where I like them better?
Well, yes, you could design a new profile. There's a good chance that if you rejoin the server, you might have to start over. But, yes. You could always make a new self-ish. And, I'm sorry, just Deathwing blood?
That water seems very red to me.
Yes. That's because it's a blood moon, which gives zombies the benefit of rapid reproduction. There means we probably don't want to ponder too thoroughly. And of course, the divine knowledge of where the player is, no matter where they are, or how well concealed.
Basically, they can smell the water in our bladders, and they go after us.
I've been very curious as to about the phenomenon known as the blood moon, as to why it occurs.
In this case, it's mostly to keep the player humble.
What? The seventh day?
Yes, every 7 days, a new horde that's nastier than the previous one, up until you, well, ideally from perspective, die. Thus, keeping up with the...
Homophobic bigot.
What? Oh, Steam, greetings, yes, you've decided to go straight to the baseless slander, of course.
I was just making a joke.
I know, Steam. You know, you're really going to have to work on this villain persona thing, because villains aren't really known for apologizing, much less needlessly. I mean, they would apologize when they're actually guilty of something. Quite the opposite, actually. I think it's sort of the standard thing that if you're going for a villain persona, when you do something wrong, you don't go, "Oh, I'm sorry." You go,
Unless you're someone a little more psychopathic. I'm going to kill you now.
10 out of 10, evil laugh.
Thank you. Again, I am not actually an evil villain, but I don't really expect anyone to buy that.
I'm not.
Yeah, I seem to do more of a Brutus evil laugh. You seem to be able to pull off that mad scientist laugh perfectly.
It comes naturally, but that's not my fault.
I'm not really up in my persona.
He was born to be an evil genius, that's what he says.
Then what were you doing going off calling me a homophobic... Wait, never mind. Fine, that's fine.
Where you can relax.
All's well.
Phew, they took that corner out well, didn't
Unless
they?
you want me to be evil. Who's down there?
I'm not really in my persona, so.
Yes, that's fine. But these are just pointers for when you are, I guess. Yeah.
Good lord, I'm gonna end up with diabetes after this night.
God, when she's in her persona, she tries to kill me.
No, in persona, I try and kill everybody.
Did anyone else know that they made foot-long Snicker bars?
No.
Apparently they do.
Why?
I have no idea, but I got one for Christmas.
Because of diabetes.
Apparently they feel not enough people have it. Well, hey, good news on that point. Apparently they've got a cure for type 1 now. Thanks to the wonders of stem cell research. And this is something they're not really shouting from the rooftops because there's still a lot more money to be made in treatment than cure. But hypothetically, they can pretty much cure type 1 now. It's type 2 that can't be cured, unless of course you put in the effort to actually get in shape and catch it early enough.
Now, I'm curious, what is the difference between type 1 and type 2 diabetes?
Needles.
One's better than the other.
Yes, well, it's a matter of perspective, especially now they can cure type 1, in which case now type 2 is hypothetically the worst one, because that one doesn't really actually have a cure. Okay. I am not a medical professional. That's not my field of expertise, so do
Your
take
white
this
coat
all...
says different.
Oh, no, but you'll steal my DNA.
That wasn't technically medical. The patient was beyond saving. And it was sort of forced again. I didn't drag you into our labs.
Oh, but you could have used the actual thing that actually worked, not the one that didn't work.
You're assuming it would have worked in any capacity. I'm personally quite skeptical, but... Yes?
I'm surprised. I'm surprised you're streaming on Christmas, to be honest.
I'm streaming
Am
on
I?
Christmas?
We wish you a few miss. We wish you a few miss.
Look, I can't be held responsible because I get things done ahead of schedule. Christmas is done for me.
Happy Wolfie year.
Now I look forward to New Year. I wish you all, of course, Merry Christmas, but, you know, hands washed, I made a music video, everyone's... The gifts have been handed out, now's the recovery period already.
It was beautiful.
Thank you.
Quit being a little. You're just jelly.
Jelly, what flavor?
I don't know.
Well, that was a very quick Horde night.
Yeah, there's some pukers at us, but it really does seem to be over already.
That was kind of disappointing. I'm gonna have to spawn in some strippers.
Yeah. Bring in the zombie strippers!
Wait, what?
And everybody to the front, great.
I'm not sure Saki's making that up, actually, so we should probably be on guard. In fact, I don't think he's...
I'm sorry, but did I just hear you right?
Yes, a horde of zombie strippers is probably incoming in the very near future, as Saki is very familiar with this game, and knows all of the really cool commands. Oh god, there it is. That's a horde of zombie strippers.
Have fun.
And they've gone straight through the palisades, and they're on the doors already.
Ah, well. That's because they know they're wearing the things. It's Christmas. What's Christmas about zombie strippers going mad?
Oh, they're actually not wearing clothes.
Well, they're actually topless. It's a thong with the
It's a
lower half.
thong.
Mind you, it's a zombie in any case, so if you're popping a woody at that, it's technically necrophilia. And I guarantee you, if you go for it, you're catching something.
Actually, you might not, because for the simple fact
That's where I met her, the
But,
zombie prostitute.
you get
Here-
more, when you kill a zombie,
fun
you actually get a. If something drops, it's like a, usually like antibiotics or something. So they come with their own thing.
They used to, yeah. They used to drop antibiotics because one hit from them and you got infected.
Because the dirty whores.
That's from a bite, though. If you stick your dick in that, you're probably not pulling it back out.
Well, that's why
That's when you become a zombie gigolo.
Well, see, that's what will happen if they ever make it possible to capture and tame zombies.
Run, rabbits. Hey. Okay, I just thought that would be funny if I saw rabbits and they ran off. Okay, that was boring.
I suppose they need to make zombie rabbits.
Are those dogs?
No, those were rabbits.
That was a horde of rabbits that was brought into existence just to run away in terror.
There you go.
So we could feed upon their horror and...
The main gate. Did y'all have them in pens?
No, Kosaki is the
They escaped from his pants.
server host. He can spawn in stuff whenever he wants to.
I'm sorry, you're right. Green Badger Doors has corrected me. We shouldn't call them zombie strippers. That's very uncouth and hurtful.
We call them Julia.
Quite possibly...
They have a name.
Well, quite possibly someone might have hypothetically watched that and gotten triggered. In fact, it's better to call them living impaired exotic dancers. Although exotic dancers is becoming a bit uncouth these days, I believe they might be deemed living impaired lesser sex workers. Because sex workers is a really cool way to say whore these days. With respect, I have nothing against them personally. All the terminology is really quite silly.
Okay.
What was wrong with prostitute in the first place, for crying out loud? It's pretty straightforward.
You're not allowed to curse in this video, but yet you're able to talk about zombie prostitutes and strippers without penalty.
There's no... Wait, hold on. You're really assuming way too much there. It's entirely possible that I will suffer some penalty. We don't know. It depends on who's paying attention at the time. And secondly, I might not be the only one suffering consequences depending on who else is streaming right now.
Oh, I'm not streaming tonight. That's tomorrow night for me.
Oh, good. I'm glad I haven't got anyone in trouble then.
I haven't got enough bloody subscribers like that.
I swear, YouTube today is just way too sensitive.
Everything's way too sensitive because they're trying to distract from the really scary things that are going on.
You say one wrong thing, you breathe wrong, and everyone thinks you're the bad guy.
That sounds ableist.
Possibly,
yes.
Wasn't the biggest controversy a couple of decades was metal is Satan.
Okay, now it's Satan.
Wait, what?
What are we expecting today?
Who is Satan?
Metal.
Metal?
Metal. A couple of decades ago, like, metals was Satan.
Oh, yes. And Dungeons and Dragons was turning kids into Satanists, and Pokemon taught demon summoning.
It did? Holy shit.
Generation has the outrage.
I choose you.
I think I missed that episode.
Well.
That was an awesome episode.
Well, I think the Horde night is well and truly over.
Yes, indeed.
That.
Got that.
Really wait now, it's still storming. It's day 8.
Yeah, but the Horde is basically over, so now it's just...
Who's strangling a child?
I thought
That's
they
my
were
kids playing. They're not being strangled.
they're being exercised.
Playing.
They played too much Pokemon.
Are you sure they're not being strangled? Because it sounds like one's being murdered.
That's
Exorcism.
the baby throwing a fit for not getting her way.
That's a cover story. She's been possessed by the Pope.
I'm sorry, Arketer.
They're aggressively attempting to call in a special exorcist from Ghost.
Yes, his name is Beelzebub.
Greetings, Taro and Choit. Yeah, so which Pokemon top season? Oh, wait. You do? Apparently, Taro and Choit has a succubus waifu. Yeah, that doesn't sound like it will end well, but good luck. I mean, generally speaking, when people refer to their wives as a soul-sucking demon from the abyss, it's not usually...
the Vex.
Doesn't usually imply a healthy relationship.
Or
Pokemon is weeb
weak
cockfighting, changed my mind. Green Badge Outdoors is actually quite right. Lo-Fi is a succubus in the good way.
Not the alpha male.
Okay. Wait, what?
If you are dating a succubus, you are not the alpha male.
Damn it.
I'm not dating a succubus.
Apparently Lo-Fi is a succubus, but in a good way.
I am not dating a succubus, but I do have a succubae.
Look, I think we'll all be happier once sex bots are a proper thing.
And until then, we'll have to make do with it.
I mean, like, I I won't object to a sex bot.
Yes, you should have your own.
You get them. You basically got them already, though. You know, with vibrators. You know, and is it Itachi or something like that? You know, like the dildo on the, you know, on the bloody.
I still can't believe there's a scandal over sex bots. Like, it is basically just a sex toy. Again, it would be one thing if they were sentient, because then that would be slavery, but there'd be slavery no matter what you had them doing. It's just that would be the worst possible thing to be having them doing if you're trying to avoid a AI apocalypse that kills us all.
What's wrong with sex slaves?
Mostly the slave thing. The slave part. That's usually...
Wrong kind of
But
sex
what is
slave.
consensual?
Wrong
It
kind
is
of
consensual, they're not actually a slave! Words mean things!
I can see this whole sex bot thing. There is a serious problem with sex bots because if they
sex slaves that have no consent.
if they have got like a disease, will you actually catch a computer virus off them?
You know, who knows what the future holds, especially with nanobots and things like that. When they're really advanced, maybe that will be a risk.
Oh god.
You really need to read Neil Ashe's books.
Fuckwad has a correction for me. Not sex slave, persons of sexual servitude. You don't want to offend the sex slaves.
Oh, right, I'm sorry.
Yes. And sex bots indeed do not need to be sentient. In fact, I would say they need not to be sentient. Again, if you would like to decrease the odds of an AI apocalypse that results in us all being murdered.
Actually, I did see one of these sex bots.
Oh god.
Every once in a while, it will say to you, "No, I'm not interested in having sex at the moment."
I saw that. Just look, you have a lot of money, but you really want a sex bot that's going to, you know, turn you down like apparently everyone else in your life? I guess it just isn't realistic otherwise.
But that won't help. That'll actually just cause a rape fetish.
Here's hoping.
They definitely haven't thought that one out at all.
Like if the sex robot revokes the consent, fucking robots, they're gonna fuck the robot, and then eventually they're gonna have a fetish for rape.
Well, I don't know about that, but they're certainly going to get in the habit of not listening to whatever they're sticking their dick into.
Well, surely that depends if it's connected to Google or not.
I can't tell if this conversation is better or worse than the conversations that we have with my buddies on Halo.
With your buddies on what?
Halo.
Halo.
This is better because we're playing 7 Days to Die, not some faggy game.
I'm sorry, sir, but do you want to start that?
Shots fired.
Yes. Yes. And yes
Well,
again.
I'm going to be siding with Saki on that one. Sorry. Halo, I'm sure, is great. It's been a clear commercial success, but I would rather be on 7 Days to Die just because there's more innovation in it.
I would agree with that with only the last Halo game, but as for the first few games, they were amazing.
Well, also, it's important to remember exactly how better things can be in our past when we've been a few decades removed from them. And there are a lot of things I remember fondly that I've tried later on and had to admit that maybe they weren't quite as great as I remember.
Well, Space Invaders is a classic game for some people. So, you know, there is an argument to be had there.
Hey, you want to hear something funny?
No, I'm a deadly serious person who can't abide laughter.
Wait, I can't tell. Did she say horny or corny?
Neither, actually. She said funny. And we don't do funny around here.
I can do horny if you want.
They're... Are you expecting anything to say no to that?
That's brave.
Now I'm curious.
Now everyone promises that he has nanobots crawling around inside of him is the day he checks out. I can sympathize with that, although, hey, maybe they'll grant superpowers, who knows? It's entirely untested. Nanobots are great fun, though. They're most useful for construction, in my
I
opinion.
could see nanobots help improve the immune system.
Oh yes, it could be. Well, it might be necessary eventually.
Or just track where you're going and report back to Google.
It could certainly help with curing cancer. I'm sure of that.
Or send you adverts from Google.
I'm waiting for some kind
The
of
only
day, like, so I can
downside
start
to
writing
nanomachines like that is if you have them injected, more than likely someone could find a way to use that to off you.
Well,
Like
yes, but when it comes to things that are getting injected into you, people don't have to try very hard to make that part of a way to off you. There are quite a few, there are a lot of things that if they're injected into you, will off you. I mean, if it's nanotech based, it's just a fancier way of doing it.
Oh, by the way, Arketer,
Yes?
a little while ago, a cancer rally march got attacked. It's them for neo-Nazis.
No, you're joking.
No, I'm
No,
joking.
it
That's an
actually
actual
happened.
thing.
Oh my
That actually happened.
Ooh,
So, neo-Nazis attacked a cancer march.
No. Attacked a cancer rally. Like
Right?
a cancer rally march.
Well, hold on. Let's clarify something really important here. They were marching to somehow oppose cancer, right? I ask because we've seen at this point that people have made the stupidest things imaginable their identity. So if there's a bunch of cancer-afflicted marching pro-cancer, then never mind. You were saying, Steve?
Yeah, I get where you're going with that.
Yeah. They thought the cancer march were neo-Nazis, so they basically just beat up a bunch of cancer patients.
Wait. Hold on. Okay, I now see that I've misheard this horribly. This was a march to raise awareness for cancer, one of those usual things for charity or something, I guess. Who attacked them?
People who are against neo-Nazis.
So effectively, some version of Antifa then.
Yeah, in New Zealand.
In some version of Antifa in New Zealand. Okay, now the picture is coming in focus.
They must have run out of sheep.
And it's
I'm
even...
still very, very lost.
Okay, I have the story now. I can put it out in very simple terms. In New Zealand, there was a cancer march raising awareness for cancer to hypothetically fight cancer. They were attacked by whatever New Zealand has in the way of Antifa, who confused it for a neo-Nazi rally.
Ah.
Just shows to show that they'll just see everything as bloody neo-Nazis.
They
Yes.
pretty much just beat the shit out of cancer patients.
How in the world do you get those two things confused?
Because if you're the Nazi, you'd accuse everybody else of being the Nazi.
Or they saw all the shaved heads.
Oh yeah, that would be it.
I mean, remember there's been men who have been stabbed because they were bald, and people thinking they were neo-Nazis.
I don't think they were actually thinking, though. That's
Oh
the
no.
problem.
Definitely not thinking.
I hear one good thing that lessens my want to burn this planet, and then I immediately afterwards I hear something that makes me want to destroy everything.
Go
Go
for it.
for it. Megon, if you can hold out for about just over a year, you can join Megon and do that.
Steam, Wednesday's article made. I need that in article form. If you can send me a link to that story, that's something we really have to dwell on Wednesday, along with again the group that has convinced Down syndromes to individuals to apply for endangered species protection status, because that will take up the rest of the hour by itself.
Poor old
God.
Crowley, idiot.
Yeah, the endangered Down syndrome people. Like, we must save the endangered man. No. So Down syndrome is early death for people who have Down syndrome aren't don't even make it past 30. People's deaths.
And the implication here is that they deserve to be put on endangered species protection because the numbers are dwindling. Yes, fewer people being born with Down syndrome is objectively being put forth as some sort of bad thing. And they've convinced a bunch of Down syndromes afflictees to go ahead and make this lovely video with all dressed up in animal costumes and explain the plight of this threat to their very identity.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Now, do you see why I want to get out of the internet and smite this goddamn planet?
Yeah, that one was sprung upon me on my last.
To burn everything, right?
And that last thing was sprung upon me my last Saturday stream when I had Dead Metal. No, not Dead Metal Man on. Reaper, sorry. And then Froman sprung that one on me. There's a video. It's high production values, and those look like pretty authentic Down syndrome people to me. If they were actors, I mean, they knocked it out of the park.
It's hard to say in this day and age, isn't it?
I'm gonna burn this planet.
I just don't want to believe it's real, I think.
Get me out and I'll help you.
Yeah, just tell us what you need.
I sympathize acutely. I'm very upset myself, but really, I don't want human extinction.
Arketer.
I'm still technically human. There are plenty of good humans.
Arketer.
Yes.
Listen to me. This group in this little chat bubble will be teleported to another planet.
That's not genetic. That's not sustainable. Look. That just ensures we all die on another planet.
Exactly like this planet because
And-
it's the one I made.
Look, quite frankly, we all just can't gang up on Steam like that and expect it to end well for the human species.
It's just a bit of It'd just be
She might like it.
It's probably going to get old, and she's probably going to get very sore, and that's just not right.
Wait, hang on,
You're probably gonna get very, very happy.
Fine.
There's-
Arketer, for how many guys are in here, make a list, including
Okay.
Miss Steam, on how many girls to take, and I will send them to the planet too.
No, we'll see.
Hang on.
See, I'm not going to be relying upon magic or divine intervention. My fingers crossed. I'm cheering for Elon Musk and, of course, Trump's Space Force to get us off this rock. And then once there's a genetically sustainable amount of humanity on some other planet or space station, I don't care, blow up the Earth, see if I give the slightest.
Meteor slingshot.
Guys, what about a Steam rape orgy?
Okay,
See, out of all that, all she hears is orgy.
Sir Wolfie presented a hypothetical where he escapes the internet and decides to destroy Earth, but he teleports us to a world where we'll be fine. Which is, on the short term seems nice, but that means you get me, Saki, everyone else in the chat, Deathwing. Well, maybe not Deathwing if they're not technically human, and presumably they're trapped in their own dimension as it happens. But suffice to say, all of us on some mysterious alternative planet, left with the responsibility to somehow perpetuate the human race?
If you rape me, I'll fucking kill you.
Well, no, I don't think any of us would actually do that even then. Suffice to say, though,
It'll be a planet of BDSM.
it would be all that we'd have. It's all that you would have available. You would just have. It's just us. You're stuck. You would probably pick at least one eventually.
She'll go through the whole bloody lot, wouldn't she? You know what she's like. Sorry, did I say it out loud?
But my point was that even. Well, go ahead,
You
Steve.
might want to another woman to make babies. Then
Yes, we'll see about that. That's my point exactly. Even if you were surprisingly amenable to this, it's just not sustainable. Let's say you popped out a dozen kids, and let's say they were spread evenly among all of us. From that point on,
Since when did this
massive
sexual
incest
mass-
family tree that is in a straight line and goes straight into the ground.
listen, Arketer. I know. Listen, Arketer. I'm
Always
fine.
I'll just...
fuck me. That's completely fine. But like, I'm not having your children.
Depends how hungry you get.
Look, I have no idea how it would work in the hypothetical. It's not going to happen, so we can all take a deep breath on that one at least. But my point was that even in the hypothetical, humanity is extinct. It's just a matter of time.
There's other beings on this planet.
I'm pretty sure they're not genetically compatible.
Take it that way.
What?
Well, I suppose if they're straight up magic, who knows, but strictly speaking, it wouldn't be expected.
When you say other species, are you talking about like feminists and things like that?
No, none of them are that.
Oh, okay. Fuck for
Because
that.
all the women are subservient on the planet.
Well, you picked me. I'm not subservient.
Here you are.
Cool.
There's a very good chance that Steam was there. She'd probably just take one of the subservient females for herself anyway.
That's fine and dandy.
But again, still the end of humanity.
No, negative. It'd be a new hybrid.
Oh, definitely the end of humanity. If you pick me as a child barrier, that will definitely make it end of humanity.
But you are a child barrier in that case.
No, I'm not.
Barrier. You said barrier. I'm being a grammar.
Grammar Nazi.
No.
We can't say that anymore, can we?
Well, it's very dangerous. You say grammar Nazi, I agree, and next thing you know, Antifa's using that in their propaganda.
Yeah.
What's that green head with the voice thing on? I keep on getting a symbol of a green head with a voice thing on it. And it looks like I'm overcumbered, but I can't be because I cleared out most of the stuff in my inventory.
Yeah, the encumberment is
And a
doing
bug
a
already.
slog.
Oh.
You see, if you were to do this, though, you would end up being essentially the queen of that society.
No, hypothetically, even if she did pull it off and popped out a bunch of kids, she would be the queen of a small village of increasingly inbred psychopaths.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
And what's the the wrong thing about that?
As a joke, it's fantastic. As a reality, it's horrifying.
And how are we all? How are we all?
So basically, I'm just doomed to be a baby-making sex slave for you perverts.
In that hypothetical, yes, probably. But
it's about time you had your eyes open.
again, that hypothetical isn't going to happen. If it did, I might actually, well, I can't see myself just resigning myself to that fate. Something would have to be done.
So because you definitely won't be able to get me pregnant, so...
Deathwing, get me out.
I'd keep trying.
No.
I shall try my best, but it will take a minute for me to figure out this technology.
I guess you shouldn't have eaten all the goblins.
Yeah.
Is that stone?
Or gnomes. One of the two. Presumably the gnomes would prefer to not explode inadvertently.
This is clay soil.
Yes. All the world is clay now.
Dang it, I just realized I burnt the last of the library, so this may take even longer.
Fuck!
I forgot to send... Oh dear.
Fine. For Arketer, I'll bring along Dork Oracle.
That's still not sustainable, and I'm pretty sure Dork Oracle is married.
And? Now if the world's destroyed?
Yeah. Look, I can't imagine why I'd want to wish that upon Dork Oracle either.
I would.
Oh, our Inchwait is immune to cancer because he's a cricket. Well, that's nice. Of course, if he was still marching in a cancer rally for everyone else, he would have been caught and beaten up in New Zealand all the same. And assuming he's a very large cricket, or else they would have just stepped on him.
pickaxe needs repaired? Gosh.
Does that sign say Mary Sockmas?
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does indeed.
I need to make one that says Mary Welpemouth.
Oh my.
Alright,
it-
who has the ability to repair an iron pickaxe?
If you
I
can
do.
do it yourself if you've got some forged iron.
And that's the big if.
Do we have any?
Should be some in one of the boxes, I'm sure. Unless people have been wasting it on things. Stuff
I
here.
make load of tools. How is making tools for everybody a waste? Just because I like to take things apart and smash things and shoot, and, you know, stuff.
Well, yeah, if you're making me them, then it will definitely be a waste.
Well, I offered earlier, and I left them in the boxes like you suggested. So
'Cause I can only be a commie so much, and then I have to,
So who
Do
took
me
the
a-
motor I put up there?
oh, that'd be me.
Okay. I hope you got it for good use.
to turn that light on that's up there, which didn't really work.
Yeah, I don't know what was up with that. It's a bug in the game.
Yeah, those things never, ever,
Alright.
ever work
I've
properly.
got iron, and it's still not repairing.
No, forged iron.
Oh, how do I forge it?
If you go to the forge
Uh-huh.
and find forged iron, create one or two, and then give it a sec. That was actually quite loud. Holy shit.
So it's confirmed that in a survival situation, all you guys will rape me. That's nice.
I wouldn't rape you.
I wouldn't.
I would first, find some sort of drug which will then confuse you and make you think you're in love with me, and then you would accept my seed.
That's rape. That's right.
No, but you'd be giving
That's the
consent.
exact same thing.
It's definitely a magical version of it, and that's probably likely in, well, Sir Wolfie's hypothetical world.
Darn it. Hey, rape without consent is still illegal.
Yes, but
Can't
a
say
magical potion that makes someone fall in love and be totally down with it is one of those gray areas that
Illegal.
I believe
Those
it.
are illegal. That is illegal.
As my friend once said before, it's not rape if you both didn't consent.
Yeah, well,
How-
definitely. If both of them turn,
And
both
what-
of you, you know,
works.
In what hypothetical there's some serious logistical questions involved for that to be legit.
This is
Were
what's
you
doing-
both possessed by ghosts?
yeah, if both of you are going, no, I don't want to, but then start doing it, but still say no, does that count as? Well,
Again, I think you'd have to be possessed by ghosts.
That's two negatives, isn't it? And two negatives is obviously positive.
It's just.
Speaking of a short cage, you can engage targets and be safe from the vultures and
Well,
zombies. Yes, that was actually part of the last server. Well, this is the same server, but the last World's efforts. There was a very nice tower with sort of a bird cage on it. I think there's some merit, something to be investigated is creating a sort of hanging cage that is fully down. Like, we could have the cage hanging, and I don't know if the zombies could be convinced to stand directly underneath still. It'd be worth a try. I've been wanting to build something that has legs that's standing a bit like a spider, with the fighting cage being suspended at the center of all the legs, so that I think, but I've yet to test it, the zombies wouldn't really know which legs to tear down. But yeah, one of those ideas that I have and will have a hard time finding the time to actually execute.
What, don't you have minions?
I do, but that's for professional work. It's
Well,
just
you
not
really
accept.
get
I
them to do
can't.
professional work.
I
like,
can't
you can-
look. I can accept volunteer. If someone's volunteering, I can just sort of maybe draw you a schematic and draw out the idea and go for it. But it's just not. It's not in the charter.
I don't want to make clay sword.
You just dig the soil and it's clay soil now. There's no actual clay. It's just clay soil. Because for some reason people clearly must have been struggling with it.
Very confusing, isn't it? You know, dirt, clay.
Yeah. You look on the minimap and it shows you, not the minimap, the map, and it'll show you what is what.
Yeah, it was very difficult for some.
More lightheaded.
I heard a zombie. Ah, scheiße. Ah, crap, I died.
Why?
I backed up into the spike.
Oh, you don't want to do that.
No, that's never a
Never
good thing.
I
Folks.
backed up into the spike so I could kill a zombie. I mean, I didn't realize it was a spike.
I have to start sort of closing this down. Steam, again, neither I nor anyone else here would, I think. Well,
Wait, what?
apparently they're willing to gauge certain grey areas here in some cases. But no, even that hypothetical, I've won one rape you. In fact, I'd probably be hideously depressed and try to go out in some sort of blaze of glory because, again, humanity would be really quite...
All I put was hashtag Steam too because it reminded me of me too.
I hear a zombie, but I don't see a zombie.
Wait till it hits you.
Oh, here they are. You have two of them chewing on the door. I'll just take care of this for you, but I don't think you... Did you, any of you hear that?
Hear what?
No, apparently not. I really have to be going, I'm afraid. This has been great fun. I would like to thank, again, Socktopia the Real for hosting. Thank you, Sir Wolfie, for joining us. Thank you, Discona, for popping in as well, and Steam and Deathwing and all of you for hanging out in the voice chat server. But I really need to shut down this stream and find out what just got broken precisely.
I'm very sorry I ruined your stream.
You didn't... Stop apologizing for things you didn't do!
Oh.
Apologize immediately!
No.
Good! God damn time. Right, let's see. Green Badger Rose, the one who loves me very much. Please don't tell my wife about her very funny Green Badger Outdoors. Thank you all for joining me. I will need to shut this down. Please do consider subscribing to Discona, whose link I don't have handy and thus can't put in the chat.
Hello.
I will try to...
It's okay.
That
All you need to do
somewhat...
is Google the most autistic YouTube player in the world, and you might find my thing.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Problem solved. I will, of course, be
Yep.
live tomorrow at the usual time with the article Wade, and we'll be dwelling in particular on 1 to 3 articles, some of which I'm still waiting on to send.
I'm looking.
That's fine, because we really need to confirm that, because that's extraordinarily stupid. And still not the stupidest thing in recent... Right. Good night, everyone, as relevant, or good morning, or good day, or good evening, depending on where the hell you are, that sort of thing. Merry Christmas, and cheers!
See you later.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Technology, progress, innovation, Arketer Labs.